Hello friends, let's start with today's business and financial market update. Elon Musk on Wednesday announced he will step down as the CEO of Twitter. The announcement came after Musk ran a Twitter poll asking, "Should I step down as head of Twitter?" About 57.5% of 1.75 crore users voted yes to the poll. Musk said he will resign as soon as I find someone foolish enough to take the job. Moving on. Niti Aayog CEO headed Empowered Committee approved incentives for two firms, iPhone assembler Foxconn India and Padget Electronics for mobile manufacturing under the PLI scheme for the large-scale electronics manufacturing sector. Padget and Foxconn have qualified for the incentive for 58.29 crores and 357.17 crores respectively. The scheme is expected to generate employment for 7 lakh people. Moving on, Shyam Metalics and Energy, an integrated metal producing company, has forayed into stainless steel, wire rod and bar mill business after acquiring Mittal Core through the NCLT route for an estimated cost of Rs 450 crore. With a diversification approach, the company is planning to invest around 7,500 crore over the next 5 years for its growth in the metal space. The acquisition will allow the Kolkata-based company to expand its manufacturing footprint in Madhya Pradesh. Moving on, the Finance Ministry on Tuesday said the non-performing assets NPA relating to Mudra loans stood at just 3.17% of the credit disbursed as of March 2022. Lenders including banks and non-banking financial companies and microfinance institutions disbursed Mudra loan of Rupees 17.35 trillion between April 1, 2017 and November 25 this year. Minister of State for Finance Bhagwat said in a written reply in the Rajya Sabha. Under the Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana, meant primarily for budding and small enterprises in the non-corporate and non-farm sectors, loans up to Rs 10 lakh are extended to a beneficiary at affordable rates. The scheme completed 7 years in April. Moving on, the United States exports of crude oil are likely to exceed its imports in 2023. It is reported. US became the world's largest exporter of liquefied natural gas (LNG) during the first half of 2022, surpassing Qatar and Australia. Last month, US crude oil imports fell to 1.1 million barrels per day, the lowest since record-keeping began in 2001. Moving on, Suisse, co-head of equity strategy for Asia Pacific, Finmin, said he sees US economy slipping into a mild recession. He added that the slowdown in US could benefit Asia, including Indian markets. I think India has a very robust economic cycle and a good structural outlook in an environment where developed markets are heading into the slowdown, Finman said. Moving on, Bharti Airtel has acquired an 8% stake in Bangalore-based technology startup Lemnisk for an undisclosed amount of to strengthen its communication product that it offers to enterprises. The investment is part of the Airtel's Startup Accelerator program. Lemnisk offers real-time marketing automation and secure customer data platform, which can help enterprises to personalize communication with customers that will help them increase conversions, retention, and growth of enterprise. Moving on, the Reserve Bank of India in October sold $992 million worth of foreign currency on a net basis to shore up the rupee, the RBI bulletin showed on Tuesday. Net forward dollar holdings stood at $241 million in October end. The net purchases of foreign currency in October were $24.86 billion, the data showed. Moving on, the center will exempt the potential buyer of IDBI Bank from tax liability on notional gains if the market value of shares sold by Life Insurance Corporation (LIC) is higher than the price discovered through a competitive bidding process. Similar tax concession was made available to the buyer in earlier strategic disinvestment deals where the government is the seller. On October 7, the center invited expression of interest (EOI) and offered to sell a total of 60.72% stake in IDBI Bank, including 30.48% held by the government directly and 30.24% by state-run LIC, along with the transfer of management control. Moving on, the SEBI tweaked the present share buyback norm for listed companies on Tuesday. It also said buyback through the stock exchange route will be phased out in a gradual manner. Companies have to now use 75% of the proceeds of the buyback undertaken through the stock exchange route from the existing minimum of 50%. Moving on, in this monthly bulletin on Tuesday, the Reserve Bank of India said that India's heading inflation has broadened out and become stubborn. Inflation may be slightly down, but it is certainly not out, it said. Notably, India's retail inflation rate slumped to an 11-month low of 5.88% in November and 6.77% in the previous month. Moving on, the rupee depreciated 13 paise to settle at 82.75 against the US dollar on Tuesday, as investors turned cautious in view of a negative trend in domestic equities and rising crude prices in the global markets. Besides, renewed forex outflows and a waning appetite for riskier assets also dragged down the local unit, forex dealers said. At the interbank forex market, the local unit opened week at 82.69 against the greenback and witnessed an intraday high of 82.69 and a low of 82.88. Moving on, after pioneering the 30 minutes pizza delivery model in the country, Domino's Pizza on Tuesday said it would now deliver pizzas in 20 minutes across 20 zones in 14 cities. In October 2021, Domino's has already reduced pizza delivery time to 20 minutes in certain locations where it had a store density. Jubilant Foodworks Limited, which operates Domino's, said it had focused on multiple aspects such as product innovation, taste, pricing, and guest service while announcing the 20 minutes delivery options. Thank you. Stay tuned with Financial Pulse for business and financial market updates.